Mina ngasele ngakuka udlala ngemizwa yami uloku utshela ukuthi angilutho angakhetha ukuthola ngibona ukuthi uyangithanda na engangoneni nawe nkosazana mhlophe kwa ngicela ungijonge emehlweni engangoneni na nkosazana ngicela ungijonge emehlweni mlomo
Okay, come on, like we wouldn't be fair. No. I just want to find out. I mean, this industry, that you're a public figure, you know. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there's all kinds of things that are said about every single one of us. Just that if you're in the public eye, it gets amplified because it's like everybody's in your business. So I just want to find out, Guti, two of the most biggest and most annoying and most wrong rumors that you've ever heard or read about yourself. Just give me two.
I think the most annoying. I don't want to say this in a way that's gonna offend anyone. And honestly, I don't mean to offend anyone. And I'm not being judgmental to anyone. But the most annoying for me has always been me apparently being gay.
And I understand how that could be annoying. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, why? Okay, if I am, why would I not say? You know what I mean? And why would you want to?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For me, I was like, okay, that's like boring.
And then I said another one.
Zaman into.
You can do better than that. And then another one.
Another rumor.
That is just like, what the hell? You know, like, really?
There's so many though. Okay, I wanna ask this, and I hope you answer it. There is a lady that you are seen dancing with in a video. Nishaya, I think it's also part. I'm not too good at dancing or dance moves. But Nikoge
amajezi are pink.
King Queen.
People are asking,
Bambiza
who is
Queen.
this lady ofage ijezi eli pink elifakwe Queen? What is the story behind that?
Okay. How much time do I have? Okay.
You have time.
Okay, so I do want to highlight the fact that at some point I decided with Inje I'm not gonna be involved with anyone until like I'm married. And so I spoke to my mom, asking her ukuthi kuright ukushada nomuntu, because I was 27 at the time, and I was already thinking about ukushada. And I asked her ukuthi kuright ukushada umuntu ongamazi, like ungazilutho ngaye, and just get into marriage with that person. How good of a thing is that? Because emabandleni thina sitshela ukuthi you're not supposed to go into a relationship. Ushad. So my mom told me umthetho ebandleni, the only thing that is allowed is actually courtship. I told her ukuthi actually I would like to start looking for someone because I'm ngifuna ukushada, and I don't want to get married to someone engamazi, you know. And so I met someone and we were together.
Who's that someone? The king and queen?
The king and queen lady, abantu abakhuluma ngayo. Igama lakhe angazi. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to put in busy igama lakhe.
You don't have to, because it's nothing to do with her per se, you know. But yeah we all saw her. You
but
know,
bayamazi, that's a thing.
Okay,
and
say it.
That's a funny thing. Igama lakhe Uzama Nkabindi.
Okay, stop calling her sis wages.
igama lakhe Uzama Nkabinde. And the good part is that you know, when me and Uzama actually separated, people, the same people who are asking Manju Utuban Uzama, they went to her Instagram account, screen grabbed a relationship yazama that she had moved on to. Bazom post abati Bugani Uzama usemshilo Udumi, and she's now with the guy who's so much good looking, better good looking.
Damn,
than
he must
Udumi.
look like damn.
You know, they posted that born,
Yeah.
and it was a thing, and I was tagged on that, and
So before ukukushaya ngihlabekile.
yeah.
Yeah.
You born about screen grab, because obviously when you separated with someone, and I had learned she's moved on, so I didn't really want to boogies and those on her social media, and yeah.
Oh, was your heart
So-
broken?
No. So yeah. So her name is Uzama Nkabinde, Lo King and Queen.
Yeah.
We separated last year. And people actually know, which is surprising, manje, why bezobuza ukuthi ubani usibani bani or opus bani bani, and they're literally linking the pink what with the video,
Okay.
saying ukuthi no dlala ngengane yabantu wayidansisa, and then Snozama, and we actually in good terms. Siyakhuluma from time to time, and my brother recently bought a car from her, and you know, it's a
Yeah, it's not that deep.
Yeah,
Like, people
it's
are just
not
trying
like-
to make it something that is absolutely
Yeah.
not.
so
Okay.
I don't understand.
All right, so that's
Yeah.
cool. And what do you think the biggest misconception about you is, Dumi? Because a lot of, I mean, you're very private,
Yeah.
you know, and abantu abaningi, they don't know anything about you unless it's like they see you
You put it
performing,
out
Yeah.
or you put it out there, exactly. Like
Yeah.
you have control over what you put out there. And what do you think is the biggest misconception about you? Mokuma and Abantu, and you're like, no, I'm actually guys.
Okay, so you know what happened? I think I was on Gospel Time, on Gospel Time, the Rebecca Malope show, and Lapayana, you go and do a testimony whereby you, if you go khulume and open up basically to whatever thing bekade yenzeke empilweni yakho.
Yeah.
And I went there, you encourage abantu abasha, preaching to abantu abasha, to say ukuthi indeed uJesu yakwazi ukuthi asindise impilo yomuntu completely. I made an example about myself and said ukuthi when I was in varsity, I got a bit lost. Ngangiwile, I don't want to lie, ngangasindisiwe at the time, ngangikhonza, but nje yayingekho into ngangikhonza once in a very long time. Loko ke thina ngokwenkolo sithi ukusindi ukuwa usukuwile.
Two parts.
So I had backslided obviously, and gangi busy. Not nama, I was dating one person, you know, and for me that was just wrong. So I went and spoke about that on TV. You know what happened? I think it was a newspaper, Manga Pazam, no my magazine, keeper in Deti Udumi, who admitted he was a womanizer. I think there's a difference between
Dating one
two
person and being a womanizer.
a womanizer. I think there's a huge difference, and I understood at the time.
But I saw that somehow womanizing.
Shooting in newspaper, I think Daisa or whatever. So they keep that story. So that's one of the things that I think people always think would do me this that a womanizer. No, like I'm not, and I think some people are born a manje. Now that I'm married, I've always been a one-person person.
How do you handle all the female attention? Because I remember meeting you at the Crowns 2 years ago. You know, I took a picture with you. I put it up there on Facebook. Follow me, Sister Life. And I remember, like, when you would just go around the corner when Usu Hambi,
Yeah.
the effect that you would have on these females. Like, oh my God, Dumi. Oh my gosh, Dumi. How do you deal with that? Like, because I'm sure, I know women, I'm a woman, you know what I'm saying? And we can be a bit aggressive, you know? We can be like, hey, babes, you know, meet you with the hotel car, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? How do you handle all of that?
I think mina ngisizwa uNkulunkulu. It's very tempting, and it can make you take advantage of abantu besifazane just because ubona ukuthi no they are bayangithanda or whatever. But honestly, I think mina ngisizwa uNkulunkulu by the fact that ngisimsiwe mina, angifuni ukukufihla lokho futhi anginawo amahloni ngakho. I'm a child of God, ngisensiwe, and ngiyazi a responsibility that comes with being a born again. I need to be an example, and abantu, they need to see Christ in me so that nabo bezoza kuJesu. Do you understand?
Oh, yeah.
So with all of that, amantombazane, yes, I think normally I take it as in these are just my music lovers, and some of them would say, pop up on my comments and say my everyday crush. It doesn't mean they really mean that. Sometimes amantombazane, they play around with those things, and we don't know. But I cannot use that to an advantage of me going ngambi ngiyodlala ngamantombazane. The only reason and the only thing engisizayo is because iBhayibheli likhuluma about self-control, which is a fruit of the Holy Spirit. That is something that as umntwana kaNkulunkulu ogcwalisiwe ngomoya ongcwele, you need to have self-control.
And power, love, sound, mind. That's how we're made.
It's that simple. There's nothing more to it, and we cannot stop amantombazane from being happy or bekjabulela. You can't stop that.
The only thing you can control is your reaction to that. When how do you react?
Yeah.
So that means now you need to have.
And they know
self-control.
I take pictures, base baphele if they want my pictures. Some would post ngobona umuntu ngishuthe naye, and then athatha ipost ahamba yifaka ku thingayisho bayifaka laphaya athi today benginobay. We understand that they do that with Abonak music, they do that with all these guys, it's something that happens. So we cannot stop it. But honestly, okay, ngizokhuluma before straight.